Pollution in our bodies. Everyone knows about pollution in the environment. The water, air, and land are all polluted, which means that pollution is everywhere. Recently, scientists have been looking inside human beings to learn about body pollution. In 2015, a team of Spanish scientists tested body tissue from nearly 300 adults. They measured the amount of certain pollutants in these tissues. The results of the study were worrying. The adults with the most pollutants in their bodies were more likely to be obese. They had higher levels of cholesterol, a major risk factor for heart disease as well. Another study from 2003 found that people had an average of 53 cancer-causing chemicals in their bodies. They also had an average of 62 chemicals that can damage the brain and 55 that can harm babies in pregnant women. In many cases, the amounts of these chemicals were so small that they were probably not hurting people. Nonetheless, scientists are concerned because most of these substances were created by humans, and they did not exist 80 years ago. This proves that we have not only polluted the world, but we have polluted our own bodies. But how? Pollutants commonly enter our bodies through food, especially fish and meat. Chemicals from the environment build up in the fat of animals, and then they enter our bodies when we consume those animals. But we also come into contact with harmful substances in products like soap and shampoo. For example, many shampoos contain diethanolamine, DEA, and trithanolamine T. These chemicals may seep into the skin and then prevent the absorption of a helpful nutrient called choline. Choline plays an important role in producing the brain's memory cells, especially in young people. Researchers worry that when kids are washing their hair, they could be erasing their memories. Everyone knows they should brush their teeth regularly. However, at least one popular U.S. toothpaste brand contains a substance called triclosan. Although more research is needed, a few studies show that triclosan harms growth in young animals and increases the risk of cancer. Women are probably exposed to more chemicals than men because they use more beauty products. Harmful chemicals called phthalates have been found in nail polish, hairspray, deodorant, and perfume. Studies on animals show that phthalates can damage the liver, kidneys, and lungs. Cosmetic companies say that their products contain safe levels of phthalates, but public health groups disagree. Women use so many products that the sum total is actually quite high. So the more frequently women use these products, the more they could be harming their health. In a science fiction story by Ray Bradbury, a man found an unpolluted river on a new planet. When he drank from the river, he died. Why? His body was so polluted that pure water was a poison to him. Perhaps that is only a story, but it reminds us to be careful about our bodies. We must find ways to minimize the pollution we take in. Organic diets for kids. Chemicals in food are especially dangerous for children because their bodies are small and still developing. One way we can reduce the number of harmful chemicals our children consume is to feed them organic produce. Organic foods are grown without pesticides, used for killing insects and weeds, synthetic fertilizers, or other artificial chemicals. The University of Washington conducted a study to compare children who eat non-organic fruits and vegetables and children who eat organic produce. They watched 40 families for 3 days. Each family kept a diary of what foods their children ate. Then the doctors in the study analyzed the different chemicals found in the children's urine. The pesticide levels in children who ate non-organic produce were 6 to 9 times higher than the levels found in kids with organic diets. Organic foods cost more than non-organic ones because less of the crop is harvested. When farmers don't use pesticides, part of the crop is destroyed by insects and other threats. Also, farmers have to spend more time taking care of their crops by hand instead of using chemicals. Still, organic foods benefit the environment by reducing the amount of poison in our soil, water, and bodies. Most people also say that organic foods have more flavor. Finally, people feel peace of mind when they eat organic produce. They can help save the environment and protect their children's health at the same time.